focused, but I know she'd like to get going. This is the worst time period. The important thing is that she keeps her confidence. She knows she can nail this beam routine. She is very dynamic on this event.
Getting on the beam is critical. Away she goes.
The most critical move is right there, the punch front. It's completely blind. Our elements are valued from A as the easiest to E being the most difficult, and that was a D level mount, so very advanced. Back handspring, layout, back handspring, layout. Oh, she was so close to nailing that. Extremely advanced tumbling line. We're going to see athletes doing 3 elements in combination. Shanyn is pushing the limits, doing 4 in a row. She's going to be very disappointed with that because she nailed it in warm-up.
Angry with herself, she got right back up on the beam.
Well, we've seen good things from her when she gets angry with herself. At the Canadian Olympic trials, she missed her first optional vault and came back, fought through the rest of the meet, and was outstanding. This is one event, Scott, that nerves certainly get to you, but she is showing good aggressiveness. I don't think she fell off due to the fact she was holding back. The beam being so narrow, if you are 1 centimeter out of alignment, you're off. Round up, double back. That's unfortunate she fell, Scott, because the other elements were exceptional.
16-year-old Shanyn MacEachern of Brampton, Ontario, and again, emotional about this. She was off the beam early, and that will be 5/10 deduction right away for the fall.
Now, if you take a look at her beam routine, she has a lot in there. We're not going to be seeing much more from the Russians or the Americans. This is a packed routine, a very popular international mount. Look how blind it is. She just has to make sure she's absolutely straight. Now, here we're going to see the problem with her tumbling line. There's the back handspring, the layout. She's still going straight. Now watch, she's starting to roll to the side. It's only a little bit crooked, but too crooked to stay on, and that's the danger of balance beam. It must be precise. Back handspring layout. See, she's a little bit loose. She's getting execution deductions now, but if she'd stayed on, that would have salvaged the routine, but she couldn't fight for that one. She will receive a 5/10 deduction for the fall, but look at this. Double back, 2 flips before she lands.
All right, so the beam is done for Shanyn MacEachern of Canada. Waiting for the judges' score here in the pit area. We'll be going next to Yvonne Tousek on the vault. Yvonne has the greatest chance amongst the Canadians to qualify for the final 36. Alex Bard and Shanyn MacEachern talking it over. I know Yvonne Tousek has a great deal of style, has impressed the judges here, but to get to the top 36, you've got to be amongst gymnastics elite.
Now, luckily for Yvonne, she has a great draw. She's starting on vault, which is much easier. Poor Shanyn. Beam is the toughest event, and if she could have done it later on in this session, perhaps she could have got her nerves under control. But to start on beam, it is the most psychological event. You could see she was prepared well physically, could do all the skills, but psychologically, under this Olympic-sized pressure, the nerves get in the way.
Now we'll go to Yvonne Tousek on the vault. Remember, the first of 2, the best score to count.
Yvonne has learned a new vault just for this competition. She did not do it at our Olympic trials. It is a pike huervo. Beautiful. This has been 1 week event for Yvonne. She lacks the power on this event, which is interesting because she's a fantastic tumbler. And finally, she has a more valuable vault.
Elvira Sadi, her coach, alongside her, giving her last-minute instructions for the second vault. 8-6 was the score, by the way, for Shanyn MacEachern on the beam. Here's another look at Tousek's first vault.
She's going to bump up, then do a half turn back out. She does it in the pike position, which is really difficult. Some athletes will be in a tuck. Out is more difficult to rotate it over. Great air time. Now she is fighting to not take that step. Although she lands with her feet apart, she's trying not to move.
Don't want to put you on the spot, Carol, but realistically, where would you like to see her vault marks if she's going to progress onto the